Now, tensions between India and Canada refuse to die down as India makes its stand extremely clear. India has ordered that 41 Canadian diplomats should leave the country by October 10 after it alleged interference by Canada in its internal affairs, and also wants parity as far as Canada is concerned in terms of the numbers and the seniority of diplomats. This after Canada and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau alleged a potential Indian hand in the assassination of Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar on Canadian soil. Here's a report.
The Indian government's aggressive stance just 24 hours after Canada sought to dial down tensions following over 2 weeks of an escalating crisis.
Given the much higher diplomatic presence of Canadian diplomats or diplomatic presence here in Canada and their continuing interference in our internal affairs, we had and we have sought parity in our respective diplomatic presence. Discussions are ongoing on the modalities of achieving this. Canadian diplomatic presence is very much higher. We would assume that there would be a reduction.
With that, India makes it clear that it is in no mood to soften up on crisis triggered by Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on September 19th. Trudeau's public attempt to link India to the killing of Canadian Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar taking relations to an ever-worsening low over 17 days. What makes India's latest words especially strong is that they come 2 days after Canada, after 2 weeks of public attacks, sought private discussions with India.
There are tensions between both our government. More than ever, it's important that diplomats be on the ground. And that's why we believe in the importance of having a strong diplomatic footprint in India. That being said, we are in ongoing conversations with the Indian government, and we will continue to do that.
What India has signalled that it won't be playing ball just yet. The fact is, following the tit-for-tat expulsion of diplomats on September 19th, hours after Trudeau's first attack in Canada's parliament, India's first public response was a call for parity in diplomatic strength, indicating that Canada had a far larger strength in India than the other way round. By reiterating that call, India shows that it won't be stepping back on that course of action. A recent Financial Times said that India had ordered 41 Canadian diplomats out of the country by October 10th. But by choosing to highlight Canada's continued interference in internal affairs of India, India settles all doubts that Canada does not get to set to flip the switch back to normalcy, just because its campaign has backfired.
We are looking at parity. We are looking at the fact that there have been interference and there has been a much higher number of Canadian diplomats here, and hence the discussions on achieving parity are ongoing.
It is also a sign that India sees the crisis as an opportunity to achieve something that has thus far been too delicate to push through. And the proverbial ball goes right back into Canada's court.